Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Analysis with the Champ 3, where I might learn something, and you'll probably learn nothing. Guys, what is going on in the scene? The current scene of Rocket League. Just absolute blasphemy. Karmine Corp, the #1 seed, probably the prospective #1 team in the entire world, didn't qualify for a main event. That's insane. And yes, there are definitely concerns about the format, why this is, why is the #1 team in the world not making that, or, top 5 at least, right? Obviously, that's another discussion. But what I want to do today is I want to look at before and after the major. Farah, their coach, mentioned that they did change things after they lost in the major and they didn't win the major, and that's affecting their results right now. And I'm going to show us first game 6 against the Falcons in the major, which they won 4-3. I want to contrast that to their gameplay against Oxygen, which is in the most recent regional that they did make, not the one that they didn't make. Ooh, tough. Before I dive into the contrast, we can analyze what I think they did differently. I got a hot take, maybe not a hot take, but I genuinely think that Karmine needs a change. They're the #1 team in the world. They have the potential to win everything. They should be winning everything, to be honest. They have the best roster, in my opinion. We've seen it perform hands down. I think they need a change. I think there's some confidence, there's some mental stuff going on. I think they need to make a roster change. And I think there's really only one obvious change. Don't change the coach. Farah, best coach in the world. Don't change Vatira. Vatira is one of the best players in the world. And don't change Rise. Rise is a perfect second man. He's a great leader, and he is very stoic in his mentality. Great mentality is what I'm looking for. Rise is a great enabler. He enables his teammates so much. He's probably the best enabler, in my opinion, in the entire RLCS. Atao, one of the best in the world. Easily. Top 5. Probably top 7, top 5. But there's one third man above him that I think would put this roster on legendary status on the top, which would be the change. A fresh new slate that would help them become the kings that they are meant to be. And I'm sorry, Atao, but that man is Zen. Can you imagine? Zen, Rise, Vatira. 2 third men, just like they have now with Atao and Vatira. But instead of Atao, no offense Atao, it's a step up to probably the best third man in the world, if not Vatira. Zen is still by far 1 or 2 when it comes to individual players. That, I think, is the fix that might actually happen. I'm predicting it right now. I think that actually might happen. But further ado, let's hop right into it. I know that was a long intro. This is game 6 against Falcons. Gonna do some commentating, just kind of looking at what these players are doing. Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. The 2 things that I think are affecting Karmine Corp and why they are getting these results. #1, change in play style. Obviously, that's what we're going to look at. And specifically, I think they changed their spacing. I think they tried to reflect the tight spacing that Gentlemates used to win the major. I think they did that, and I think it's been uncomfortable for the players. And #2, I think there's something mental going on, something confidence and trust between teammates, which we'll see. There's some hesitation from the players, and we'll see from Vati's point of view. But let's hop right into it. Vati going to the ceiling, holding his flip, going to be playing second man there. Atao trying to stall here for the team so they can gather some boosts. Looks like they are on defense right now. Kind of getting pressured by Team Falcons here. Not great. Rise staying upfield with full boost, trying to play that first man role that he loves to play. I will say Rise as a first and second man on this team is incredible. He is so good at disrupting and never afraid to play on low boost for his team. Great save by Vatira. A little scary there. They are on the back foot right now, and Falcons are just putting on the pressure. That's going to go out mid to Rawas. Rawas is going to be one, and Vatira is going to get a great read from the ceiling. Kiliers just bangs it past Rise. Rise, unfortunately, gets demoed and can't stop it for Vatira. Unfortunate start there. That was unfortunate pressure, but this is the play style before they changed it. I want you guys to notice the spacing and the confidence coming from these players on Karmine Corp. You can see how confident Vatira is. He's never really afraid of a decision. He's never hesitated. Look at that ceiling challenge out the gate. But notice how far apart they are right now. Vatira and Atao play pretty heavy third man. They will go all the way back for full boost. They've probably got half the field between each other right now. Rise is the exception where he will play in the midfield. He will play up with low boost. Great shot by Tao. Oh my God, saving the flip to put it top right. But notice how far apart they are from each other. I think that's where they're comfortable, where they're confident, and I think that's the play style that they're used to. And what I'm going to show you once I flip over to it, in the recent regional, you can see that they're actually playing a lot closer together, almost like they're trying to emulate Gentlemates, who are fantastic at playing tight spacing and following up. Great pass from Vatira to Tao down the middle. Fantastic play. Let's break that down real quick. Let's hop back here. So Falcons on the pressure right now. Vatira does kind of double commit with Rise, but he does recover pretty well. Tao's going to get a touch forward. Falcons on the back foot with low boost. As you can see, Vatira is a pretty safe player. He's playing far back here. He's waiting. Look how far back he is from a Tao here. Gentlemates, you would have probably Psycho following up a Tao very closely here. But Vatira, he's one of the best players in the world, but he is a safe, smart player. He likes to see the play before hopping into it. Gets a great pass and a demo through the team straight to a Tao. Gonna watch a couple more of these plays, kind of see the confidence, see the spacing before we hop into the next video, or the next replay. So your TRK, not a lot of boost here. Vatira's gonna get a great 50. Maybe he can finish this. Tries to put it with his wheels. Unfortunately, can't get it. He hit it with the wheels to try to have a softer shot to get it lower. Unfortunately, did not hit that open net. He definitely could have scored that, but not a huge deal. Again, look at the spacing. Unfortunately, he does get demoed, but they play quite far apart, and Vatira plays a hard third man. He's always going back for that full boost. He feels a lot more comfortable when he can see the play. Look how far back he is here. He's trying to see the play, trying to see what he's going to hop into, but there's no hesitation. There's no hesitation when he's hopping in. Even though he got beat there, he forced for the Tao. The Tao going to flick it over one. Clear's trying to stop their momentum, but Rise is going to go up there and try to disrupt. Rawas getting some touches, maybe looking for a pass mid. TRK not finishing, hitting the post. Unfortunate. It was a great pass by Rawas. Look how far back Vatira is here. This is what is comfortable, and the Tao does this too. But this is what's comfortable for them. They have Rise play up tight to either Vatira or a Tao as the second or first man, and the other third man plays very far back, very safe. Now that is different from Gentlemates. Gentlemates plays a very tight spacing play style, which is hard to do, but with the right comms and players, you can pull it off, and it's more effective since the pressure is unrelenting when you can follow each other up minute after minute, or second after second after second. But this has been Karmine's play style that I've seen. Rise as the disruptor, and then two third men just doing their mechanics, making great plays. But we're gonna see this change, and I think that's the reason why they have not been performing as good as they should be, to be honest. Let's hop into it. All right, we are back. This is Oxygen. Let's see what it is. This is Oxygen Game 2, Regional 4. And they do unfortunately lose this. I believe this is the semifinals. I could be wrong there. But this is Karmine's last good performance, or not a good result. They made playoffs, which is good. They should be making playoffs. And then after this, they don't make the qualifier. Unfortunately, going to give up a goal there on an overcommit, which I do want to talk about. But you'll notice that the blue wall, Karmine, they're on orange. Some people say that's the reason, but honestly, probably not. But they're never on orange. Usually they're on blue. Weird kickoff strat from Karmine, which I honestly love. I love their kickoff strat that gave possession to a Tao to get a little air dribble, flip reset, Rise trying to disrupt. Now, Vatira going for that challenge is pretty interesting. I don't think it was wrong. It wasn't a great 50. But you'll see that Vatira is playing more disruption and closer to his teammates, and same with a Tao and Rise. They're playing closer, and watch what this leads to. And I think this is the reason. It leads to that. Overcommits. A lot of their goals that I've seen have led to just overcommits. I think they're trying to play a tight spacing. I think Farah's trying to have them play a very tight spacing to emulate that Gentlemates perfection that we saw in the major. And it's making the players very uncomfortable. I think Vatira, you will see, Rise and a Tao, they're very uncomfortable with this close spacing. I think Rise actually is playing pretty comfortable with it, but you'll see some hesitation from Vatira and kind of uncertainty. Look at this. Last replay, we saw Vatira playing even farther back than this. I'm not saying this is the wrong play, but I'm just saying their play style definitely changed. They're playing a little closer together, playing a little tighter. He's turning into mid here. See, that's an interesting one. I actually think Vatira would jump for that. Maybe he didn't mean to front flip to force from Joyo, but this is what I mean by some confidence and some hesitation issues as well. Great play from Vatira. Going to bang it forward. It does give away possession. He's going to stay under ball for a second. Vitao getting to 50 into the midfield to the right wall. Nothing much going on here. Avoiding the demo. Rise getting a touch into their corner, making it safer. Trying to stay on it. Trying to keep that possession. Rise beating two. Great play. Trying to get off this pressure coming from Oxygen. Oxygen's really got some pressure right now, but Vatira is going to take some time. Maybe get it over one. Gets it over Oski, but Joyo's going to play that follow-up. Vatira here playing on pads. Very interesting. Now, he is playing far back here, but in his other replays, we all see him comfortably go for the full boost. He does, and he doesn't have any hesitation with that. But you can see he's trying to play a little more off pads and a little closer with their team. Not a bad thing, and I think if they perfect this, that'd be fantastic. Or if they got Zen, imagine that. Whoo, that'd be insane. But as we can see here, great shot by Vatira. Great pass from a tower. Was that Rise? I didn't see it. But they are playing a little closer. You can see here, a lot more cuts. That's kind of giving away possession there. Not the best play, but great pass from Vatira. I'll just shut up real quick. Unfortunately, they couldn't execute that, but I really love that pass. Got the full boost. Totally fine. Look how close they are here. We never saw this before. Look at that. Very, very, very against the grain, I guess you'd say, for Karmine Corp to play that close, or at least Tao and Vatira to play that close to the team. You usually don't see all three of them in the same position, and I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I'm missing something. I'm very curious to what you guys think. What did they change that affected these results? Yes, there are format issues, but clearly something's going wrong on the team that causes these results. But I'm seeing a lot of hesitation. Maybe not in this replay. Maybe we'll see some examples, but I definitely saw some hesitation, some hesitant and unconfident. I guess that's the word. I don't know. Unconfident touches like this. This is a fantastic example. So as we can see here, Archie touches it down, but Joyo's going for it. Ital blocks, but Joyo kind of messes up the shot, or Ital blocks. I don't know. This is Vatira's ball. But this is what I mean. I'm not sure why he's hesitating, but this is a terrible takeoff. I mean, I'm terrible, and this is the best player in the world. But I'm just saying, for his standard, very strange, awkward, kind of uncertain takeoff here. I'm not sure why he took off like that. Maybe it was a mechanical mistake, but that's what I've started to see. It's kind of like their play style is kind of causing them to be uncomfortable and not trust each other a ton, which I think is causing a lot of these issues. Oh, excuse me. Vatira going for their boost, taking their boost. Oxygen trying to make something happen here on their side. Ital gonna bang it up for Vatira. Not gonna happen as Joyo's to the sky, blocking that down. Archie taking possession, getting past one, but not gonna get past another. Oski pre-flipping towards the ball, trying to get it past Vatira. Not gonna happen. Rise banging it towards Archie. Not really a lot of possession right now, other than on Oxygen's side. A lot of banging back and forth from Karmine Corp. Vatira playing close again. This is another great example. I feel like the Vatira before a major is playing this very safe. He has both of his teammates in front of him. I feel like he's not committing to this. He's a pretty safe player, pretty smart player, obviously. I think that's a kind of a crazy challenge. It works out fine. You know, Karmine gets away with it and gets the ball back, actually. But I don't know if that challenge was his usual play there. And I think it's making him uncomfortable. Tao getting a little wave dash there, holding possession. Air dribble to get a 50. Loses it to Vatira. Vatira going for an air dribble. Maybe you can get a bump here. Bumps Joyo. Bang! What a shot. I mean, then there's the Vatira game. There's the Vatira plan. Give the ball to Vatira like that. He's going to execute. That was a fantastic shot. I mean, that's the third man in Vatira we know. That was confident. That was awesome. Such a cool touch there. First off, this is so cool. He hits the ball so hard that it hits his car up. I've never actually used this before, but seeing Vatira do this is really cool. I might try this in my ranked games. But he hits it so hard that it hits his car up, so he can actually wave dash and keep that supersonic speed and get a follow-up without going in the air. I don't know if that's competitively effective instead of just following the ball, but really cool play by Vatira there. That's more of a Vatira play that I know. He doesn't get the full boost, but he does go back as a passive third man. But as we can see here, closer spacing. Vatira a little uncomfy, seems uncomfy, and I think this might be the issue, and I think you guys get the point, so I'll probably stop it here. But they do lose this game against Oxygen. Oxygen have been crazy cracked. But yeah, I think those are the reasons. I think that Karmine Corp have changed their play style to a closer spacing, trying to emulate Gentlemates, and I don't think it works for them yet. Maybe they'll grow into it, or maybe they'll go back to their old ways. But I think it makes the players a little uncomfortable. Let me know what you guys think. Am I on something? Am I crazy? I don't know. I really am curious. And what do you guys think about Zen on Karmine Corp? I'm calling it right now. That's happening. But hey, thanks for watching. Feel free to drop a comment, absolutely, and it means a ton if you guys could subscribe or like. We're at 40 subs right now. Love all of you, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.